Yep.
You're looking at 5 years, and at the end of that 5 years, you get a diploma of some description stating
Mm-hmm.
that you're now a bachelor of whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this is. So, but you don't get a diploma. I'm not, you're not Jed Norwood, MMLD, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no certificate to say to other people that you hang on the wall, right?
Right.
You know, but the people that have those, it doesn't make them any good. The solicitor I used in Waterford, where I lived for 6 years, he has all those things in spades. He's useless. He's a liar. He's cost me a fortune. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
So if you're going to go to this virtual, we'll call it university, you best choose a good one. Choose one that's right and that's proper, and we have it. It's here. You guys are running it. That's what I'm on about here, and that's what I strive to get the message over about how authentic this whole thing is. I've got a friend down in Australia. He's after spending $3,000 to join up with some guy, lifetime membership. 3,500 he spent in June or July last year. Okay,
Right.
$3,500 up front. It's a one-off payment. That's the end of it. And about 3 weeks before Christmas, my friend contacted me and he showed me his account. He had a balance of $7,800 on his account. Just a week before Christmas, he withdrew $3,000, so that would leave 4,800, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at that account 2 weeks ago, there was $200 in it.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That's
No,
frustrating. That's
that's it,
frustrating.
it is. It is. It is. I'm worried for him because he needs the money. He doesn't. He hasn't got. You've got your management skills. You've got your trading skills. You've got your lot size definition parameters. You've got your stops. You've got so many things condensed into one simple trading system. I mean, it doesn't get any, if you just did 10, 15, 20 pips a day and
Oh,
did nothing else,
yeah.
if you did nothing else, but you can increase your lot size every day by, even if it's only 10 cent, over time, you will get fantastic results. But you will be, look, I've got an account here at the moment. I opened it 10 days ago with 5 grand balance, right?
Right.
It's just short of 35 at the moment. Okay, I've got another. I opened it with 10 grand a week ago, less than a week ago. It's $19,960 at the moment.
Wow.
That's if you like you have people that come on to you, right? If they want to talk to anybody about how this works, tell them to contact me. Just tell them to contact me, right?
Well,
If you wish.
it's just fun to see because I remember when we were talking with you. Um, I can't remember how many years ago it was. I remember where I was standing. I was in front of an Office Max or a Staples or some office supply store in the parking lot talking to you about you were interested in getting some coaching.
That's right.
And then I can't remember exactly what happened. Either you had to change directions or something came up or whatever, and you weren't able to do it. And so
Yeah.
Kirk and
Yeah.
I decided we are going to work with you behind the scenes anyway, and just kind
Yeah.
of give you some guidance and so forth.
Yeah.
And you started to see some good results, and so we started practicing together up here. And I can't remember the time span here. We're talking a couple years of this process taking place, but I remember that Kirk stuck with you on just working through the process, getting you
Yeah.
showing, looking at your track record, seeing what your trades are doing, and seeing the struggles. And so when was a turning point for you though? When was it that you realized, hey, this 1551 makes sense? Because it's all kind of blurred for me now as far as how far back
Oh
that
no,
started happening.
I a year ago, almost to the date, is when I was introduced to it. Okay.
Okay, okay.
I mean, I'd seen Kirk having it up on the screen and everything, and I couldn't subscribe to it because I didn't have the money. And then when he contacted me and said, look, we've seen, because I was just doing it off the old system, and I would, make quite a lot of pips on a demo and all the rest of it. And he said, look, blah, 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 how do you manage so many, blah, blah, blah. And then he said that, they you wanted to get me involved in some way so that, in a few months that hopefully I might be able to become involved in this trade copier program. Okay.
Right.
But I couldn't grasp it initially. I couldn't grasp it because it was bringing a discipline that I didn't have, and do you understand what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't grab it enough. It didn't. I had too much resistance that I didn't know I had, and then I just thought, right, okay. I was here one weekend and I just said to myself, hold on here for a minute. What are you doing? How can you keep doing things the same way and expect different results? You can't do that. So I know that. I can tell other people that, but telling myself that. So I got stuck into the videos. Now, Kirk kicked my ass a couple of times. Make no mistake about that, right?
He was
And rightly
he was tough on you, and I remember him
Oh
saying,
yeah,
"I had to get
yeah,
after him." Oh, is he
yeah.
okay?
No, he's right. He's right. No, he's right. He's right. He's right. He gave me a kick in the ass and then he leave me alone because he worked out. He's a brilliant coach,
Yes.
absolutely brilliant coach,
Yes.
um, brilliant teacher, brilliant, fantastic. Um, and then I thought, right, okay, stop talking and start doing. And that's when I started studying the videos and going into everything over and over and over again. And my philosophy on the whole thing is very simple. But when I was a kid at school, I was struggling to, get the study in, to get the results for exams and everything. And a teacher that had been around for quite a long time, I was talking to him one day and he said, John, he said, you can study till the cows come home. Doesn't mean you're going to learn anything.
Right.
You pay attention in class. Really pay attention in class. And then when you're studying, you learn.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's what I do.
Well, for me, I don't know when you started actually seeing the results. That started gaining traction. Right.
Uh,
I noticed it sometime earlier in the either late spring. I think it was mid-spring, late spring of last year. So in
mm-hmm.
2018 is when I first noticed. Oh my gosh, John's got some good track record because you started posting stuff
Yeah.
in the forum, and that's what it may have been happening sooner than that. I don't know. I don't know when you
No,
actually.
definitely not. Definitely not.
But I started
Definitely not.
noticing you were posting, and so I started paying attention. Okay, he's got a decent track record. I see this happening. Okay, he's posted some more good stuff, and then I started realizing, wait a minute, these are some big numbers.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm no dummy. Okay, I've learned that it's not what you know or what your skill set is as much as who you know that helps. Okay, you
Yeah.
still have to have skills. You still have to have knowledge
Yeah.
of how to use the system or the tools or whatever in any part of life, any aspect of life. You still have to have those other components,
Yeah.
but oftentimes it's who you know that helps elevate you. Okay, so I got thinking,
Absolutely.
okay, John's doing really well. I know I'm doing really well. I just need to start working with John, and I didn't even announce this to you. I just started doing it. I didn't want to like put pressure on anything. I just said I'm just gonna start communicating
Mm-hmm.
with John. So sometime we started trading in the evenings together. My evening, your morning.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, this is really working. And so we started wanting other people to see that, and so other people have been kind of invited in when we're in the
Uh-huh.
forum trading together. But
Uh-huh.
what I'm getting at is, you were having success, I was having success, but when I started trading with you, my personal success increased even more.
Likewise.
And so I thought, let's coattail this for everybody else. Hey, come
Yeah.
trade with us in the forum. Hey, we're trading right now. If anyone wants to come, I know we had Ken and Chad, and we kind of pulled off for a little bit and did a little private Skype room just to kind of iron out the bugs and get a feel for it. And then we just ended up scrapping that and going right back to the forum because I realized that the forum is where everybody else needs to see
Yeah.
the traction we
Yeah.
were making.
Yeah. I worked that out. Yeah.
And so I junked the private one because it's not benefiting anybody, and we jumped back into doing
Yeah.
the forum. And ever since then, since that time, and it's been several different situations, I've noticed that other people have started doing the same thing and seeing some
Exactly.
amazing traction.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
what really has
Yeah.
gotten me excited because that whole
Yeah. Yeah.
concept of it's not what you know, it's who you know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
ships in the harbor rise when the tide comes
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear
Yeah.
that all the time, but
Yeah.
to actually see it happening in
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
group like this has been
Yeah. Yeah. And you've
really
been. Yeah.
energizing for me
Yeah. Yeah.
personally.
And you've been the catalyst for it. It's fabulous. Yeah. 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 Well done. Yeah.
But what I wanted to do, and a lot of people keep asking, what are you guys doing different? And you said it today, exactly what's being done. I want you to say it again because I, I think people keep thinking they're looking for the Holy Grail. It's like what you said, you can study and study and study and not get anything done.
Yeah.
You have to pay
Yeah.
attention, and you have
Yeah.
to pay attention to the right things. So
Yeah. Yeah.
people keep asking, what's your strategy? What's your secret? And you said what?
It's simple. I said I used the 15-5-1 and that's it. That's the king of my trading strategy. I used the 15, the 5 and the 1 with the indicators supplied, with the rules followed, and the story. I used the 1 hour to just confirm to stay in or add on to increase the pip count at the end of the day. But I used the 15, 5 and 1. That's the Holy Grail for me. That's it. It is
And
the king.
that's all I've been doing too.